Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm March Parker.
Back with another review for you guys. This time we're going to be talking about the latest entry into the long-running series, the Amityville Horror. This one is called Amityville: The Awakening and has been delayed for just about 2 years. I believe it was, even October or November of 2015 when we did the initial trailer reaction for this. And it got pushed back and then pulled off the schedule, and then eventually the company just dropped it for free on Google Play. Mm-hmm. So if that's any indication, then you have an idea of what you're getting in for with this review. So without further ado, let's get into it. I was unimpressed with almost every aspect of this except for one particular actor.
Yeah.
It was such a mess. It was only jump scares and cheap ones at that, and then it was just a hodgepodge of a movie that decided to do something in the middle of it that just was ponderous to me. I don't know why they decided to go this way. They tried to make it sort of a Scream in the Amityville series.
Yeah.
But
breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, but with way less fucking intelligent writing.
Right.
So what was your overall thoughts?
It was so slow. It took the whole movie for something to actually happen. Mm-hmm. They did try to pull like the whole fly thing from the previous movies.
It's a standard, yep.
Yeah, you got the flies, you got the Get Out. They threw that in there.
Mm-hmm. I actually kind of liked how they did that.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Although it takes away from the punch of being told to get out when you never actually hear the words "get out."
Right.
But
yeah, overall, it wasn't anything to write home about. There was nothing new provided to the series that I felt was worth watching.
No, and this was clearly made to come out in 2015 or 14 because it's set in 2014 because it's supposed to be 40 years after 1974.
Right.
The kid, I guess the story we'll go through real quick. This family moves into the Amityville house. The mom, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh. There is no father in the picture. She has, I guess, a sister, right? Played by someone else who you thought was Felicity.
Yes, it's Jennifer Morrison, sorry.
And then Bella Thorne plays one of two daughters. Mm-hmm. The little girl, I don't know her name, but then there's a brother as well who is basically medically stuck to a bed because he's all twisted up and kind of mangled after an accident. Yeah. After an accident, and they move in, and weird stuff starts to happen. Bella Thorne is the main character, and she starts to see weird crap, like the brother doing things he shouldn't be able to do, and the mom is slowly going crazier too, it looks like, or they're trying to lead us down that path. But essentially her brother is starting to act like he shouldn't be acting for being a vegetable in a hospital bed. Mm-hmm. That's essentially the long and short of it. And again, it was just a hodgepodge because, like I was mentioning, it was trying to be like a Scream, like you said, fourth wall breaking kind of movie where the kids at the new school, at Bella Thorne's new school, like she befriends this guy and this girl, or this guy like befriends her, and then he introduces her to this other girl, and he's a big, like, not only does everyone know that Bella Thorne moved into this Amityville house, mm-hmm. which has a reputation, but it's actually, like, at one point the dude, like, whips out the Amityville horror DVD. He's like, have you ever seen this? And it's like, what?
Yeah.
So I guess they're trying to say this is the real world, but except that stuff from 1974 really happened in this world. Like, it was such a mess. They tried to do, like, all the films exist. He even pulls out Amityville 2, and even the remake DVD.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You're ruining your movie by doing this.
Yeah.
And that's just one way they ruined it.
Yeah, it took a lot away from the credibility away from the movie. And also, it was interesting because it's like, okay, when you do that, it's like, okay, if those movies exist, she should know about the house. It shouldn't be a surprise. Because it's like, oh, this is a real thing? Like, Amityville's a thing? And and then the mother was all like, oh yeah, it's just a ghost story that happened 40 years ago. And it's like,
well,
what?
there's so many logic flaws too, because if the first and the second movie, which he says is a prequel, exist, and the remakes exist, then did every movie that came out, like there's 12, I think this is the 12th Amityville movie or something,
Right.
Not including some other ones that we've
won't
reacted
mention.
on. Anyway, you know, but they also said nothing's happened for 40 years. They're
Right.
like, everything's been fine for 40 years. So what was the deal? Like, did someone made a movie based on the real thing in 1974, and then all the other movies didn't actually happen? Like, when they try and meld the worlds like that, it just creates a bunch of holes that doesn't make sense. And not only that, but when you're talking about the Amityville horror in the 12th or 13th incarnation of the Amityville series, Amityville Awakening, where they also even did like remakes are stupid, because when he holds up the remake DVD, one of the girls is like, no, remakes are bad, and it's like, haha, get the joke, because this is kind of a reboot or whatever. But then they literally play a couple of minutes of the Amityville horror, and it's like, well, I'd rather watch that. Let's just put that in instead. It's like, don't put on a better version of your movie in your movie.
Right.
Like, it's such a dumb, self-defeating thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, that was just a goddamn mess.
Well, and the house wasn't really doing anything. Nothing was really
No.
happening in the house.
No.
The worst thing that happened was like her
Shadows behind a door.
shadows behind the door. Her wallpaper easily comes apart, which wallpaper does not easily come off the walls. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. But she pulls it apart, and you can see the stain from the blood stain from the original, like 40 years ago. Which was like, that's a little dramatic.
Yeah, and then of course there's the requisite animal death, which
Yeah.
is so easily
They did-
seen ahead. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, well, as soon as you see the dog, you know the dog's gonna die, and then I'm automatically upset because I'm like, oh, poor dog's gonna die. But luckily, you don't see the dog die.
No, so you don't have to
see
do.
his
You just
dead
see
body.
the aftermath, and it's like, oh, so you're gonna
And
take the punch out of that too. Like,
Right,
why
and-
do it if you're not gonna do it in a way that's gonna affect the audience?
Yeah, so all of the kills were off screen.
Yeah, you're right.
I
I guess this was meant to be a PG-13.
Yeah, because the aunt or whoever she was, I'm assuming it was supposed to be.
They
an
did.
aunt.
They cut away for every shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every
You don't see
gunshot.
her die. You don't see the mom die. It just doesn't.
And
I don't know.
let's talk about the acting. I thought Bella Thorne, I even said this during the movie, I thought she was a blank slate in this movie.
Yeah.
She was just sort of like silently staring, never had an inquisitive look on her face, just like going through the motions. Okay, now I have to do this. Okay, now I have to do this. Oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, I'm freaked out. Oh my God. When she was concerned about someone, she still didn't even look that concerned about someone.
Right.
The aunt was a non-entity. She came and went so quickly that there was no characterization. Jennifer Jason Leigh was okay, except that she played kind of the thing that Jennifer Jason Leigh always plays, the slightly off character that you don't really know what's going on. So when that turn happens, you're like, okay, that was expected.
Even the twist. I called the twist before they revealed it. I was like, oh, okay, I can see what's happening here.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say that the kid in the bed is actually really good.
Oh yeah, the guy from Shameless.
Yeah, he's from Shameless, and I actually knew him as the Joker on Gotham. He's playing the Joker on Gotham now, and has been for the last like 3 seasons. I believe he's the Joker. It was like up in the air whether that character was actually the Joker, but he for sure is now. So that guy was spreading his wings back in 2013 when they must have shot this.
Yeah.
And he was a rail thin, like proto Doug Jones type. And they played that up because he was like Christian Bale in The Machinist, like so thin and really,
and almost contortionist, like, because they had him in this weird mummification kind of pose throughout most of the movie, which was haunting. Like, he did a really good job. That was the most haunting part of the whole movie. But at the same time, it went on way too long. Like, it took way too long for him to come to his revelation. So,
and then they just tried to play out the end of the first movie again,
and
the end of all the some of the ones in the middle don't do that. Dollhouse and a couple of the other ones. Marcia and I do eventually plan to go through the entire Amityville series. My guess is it'll probably be closer to when we get an actual reboot of the series, because it's a lot to commit to, because there's a lot of bad shit in that series.
Yeah.
Like a lot of bad ones like this.
Yeah.
So those are a tough sit. And there's one that you can't even get on DVD yet. Like number 4, I have not been able to get on DVD or something like that. So, yeah.
Is that awesome?
No, not. Let's talk about the effects. I mean, the effects on the kid were great.
Yeah.
The dude, the brother, rather. I don't mean the little girl. Other than that, there were really no effects.
Well, you had the fly thing that happened.
Oh, that was horrible. The CG flies. Again, we should mention that Red from that 70s show and from RoboCop, he was in it.
For like 2 seconds.
Briefly, yeah. But he lent a little bit of credibility.
Yeah, he wasn't a priest, but he played the priest role.
He played the police part. The priest part. Yes, he did.
But as a doctor.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and again, everything. The problem is all the beats are beats that played out in better Amityville movies.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Like, what's the point? To see blank-faced Bella Thorne? No, thank you.
She was wearing her underwear a lot.
She had some booty underwear in one scene that was pretty outstanding.
I feel like she was showing her booty a lot in this movie.
Outstanding. But
maybe it was just an extended scene.
It's just what they had to do, though. They were like, okay, well, nothing's happening on screen. Let's put her in some booty shorts so people want to look at something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't even like the backstory of how her brother, got into
it could have been so much better.
I figured it was like maybe they were drinking and driving, got in an accident because they played it off as like, this is all your fault. And
but
then
no, he fell off a balcony.
What? Fell off a balcony, what? And then
I'm sorry, it's a little spoiler, guys,
but he fell off the balcony, and then it was a foreshadowing moment.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous.
I don't know, if you're looking for something to play while you're getting a tattoo, if Susie was here, she would say that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she would. But still, I would choose something else. I mean, there's so much better stuff you could watch while getting a tattoo than this.
All right. Well,
I don't think there's any more.
If you're a completionist and you want to watch it, it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Watch it while it's free. I don't know that it'll be free forever, but I don't know that anyone will ever want to pay for it. So, I mean, it's sitting at like a 4.9 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes or something. I don't even know how it got there. I guess it's shot.
The quality wasn't bad.
It's shot okay, but it's even not shot that well because some of the angle selections were odd to me.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I thought her bedroom was really cool. The third
You just
floor.
liked the set dress.
I was like, I'd like a bedroom like that. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. I liked her bedroom.
Well, I guess that's something.
That's
better
something.
than nothing bad or nothing positive. So, all right, guys. Well, let us know in the comments down below if you've seen this one. Did you trek through it? Did you sit through it? Are you going to bother sitting through it? Again, it's free on YouTube right now or Google Play. Just go and you'll have to put in your credit card to pay $0, which was well worth the money this time. So let us know in the comments down below if you're going to watch it. If you have seen it, what did you think? But until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia Becker.
And remember, stay scared.